Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Television Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, beginning at 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone as we get to ride home with you in the afternoon. You can find us on television. We are syndicated on Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. And we also are on the radio now, Cathy.
Really?
The biggest country station in South Carolina, WZLA 92.9 FM. So thank you guys so much for letting us be part of your team as well. We've got some more things in the works. Can't tell you about it yet. But anyway, some wonderful things are happening. But again, thank you so much for watching. Okay, this is my partner in crime right here from 20 years ago. Remember that? Cathy McGuire is with us right now. Yes. And so Cathy and I, we were the co-hosts, I guess you could say, with each other. And it was on the edge. So I've always had to keep
and then I enjoyed doing it again with you. It's been about 2 or 3 years ago. I helped Donna some more until all the grandchildren started arriving. Yep. And then she moved up to Carolinas. But she still comes here, right? You said once a month?
Once a month, every third Monday of the month. We're right here with Bobby Ledbetter with Twin City Used Car Sales, right here in Gadsden, Alabama. You know,
God, it's grown.
Oh, can you imagine?
You were telling me.
Well, and Bobby, you know, he was in Fort Payne. Right. And so, you know, a lot of people are afraid to move to a new area. But do you know his customers from Fort Payne are still his customers, and they're still bringing customers 30 minutes down the road.
That's
great,
a
guy that takes care of his customers right there.
Yes, it is.
So,
are we going to play catch up? Is that what we're doing today?
We are going to play catch up today. So Cathy started, it was 20 years. Can you believe it's been 20 years?
Isn't that something? Because I've been a nurse over 30 years when I left. I have not practiced in the clinical setting for, I guess, 5 years as a nurse. Well, I'm going on 6, I guess. COVID hit, and I left nursing because of family. So I did the right thing at the time, and then my husband was very supportive, so that was great. But and I missed it. But then this was my old stomping ground. Remember back in the day, because Mickey Shadrax, you know, he actually used to model with me and stuff back when I was young.
Wait a minute.
That's how I felt. Well, he did a lot of stuff in TV. Remember, he used to be with CBS, wasn't it? That was out of Anniston.
3340.
Okay. Well, it was an ABC affiliate. It wasn't 3340 back in those days.
It was Channel 40.
But he was an awesome sports newscaster. And that's how I had originally known him, you know. But I enjoyed doing it because that was like my other love, you know, because I actually went to New York and then my mom actually got diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. So I gave all that up, stayed home, got married, had kids, and all that's the rest of, you know, that's history now. But yes, but I was going to tell you, Donna, because it wasn't like a live streamed, I don't think, on Facebook. You know, her show it's everywhere, all over the place, even all over the United States, and you're internationally too. But the local station back home, he had asked me to do a show, and so I produced and hosted, and actually did the sales for 3 months for In Style Cooking in the Community. And it was actually a community show. It was not about me. It was not about anything other than helping our young entrepreneurs thrive. Downing and Sons, Samuel Sawyer with Equality Farms, Dr. Anita Lee was great. She's a wonderful lady in the area. House Counseling had been on. Redbird Willow Farms. We had some really great guests along with the ones that were regular advertisers. Yes, and Samuel Sawyer now has really flourished off of the show. He actually does hydroponic, I think is what it's called, where he grows all these plants in water. And he actually is providing vegetables to our school system now in Cleveland County. Yeah.
There are so many things you can do with gardening. Yes. I'm doing hydroponics. Do you know you can have lettuce all year long?
Oh, yeah. That's his romaine lettuce, and he does all these mushrooms. Oh, my God. It's delicious, Donna. Mm-hmm. And he's in the school system. He's at WM Grocery in Heflin, and Matthew's Meat Market, which is another small business. Actually, kind of hits close to home. The young man, Justin Turner, actually is from White Plains that started Matthew's Meat Market. And I believe there's somewhere else too, like Lineville or somewhere, but really good people. But the owner of the station, is not Mickey Shack. They sold out years ago. And that's why I wanted to help. I didn't want to lose our little local station, but it was down to where actually I think there's only a couple shows on there. I think there's a
but you and I
something
started
on
back
Friday.
in the day 20 years
Oh
ago.
yeah,
Tom Williams.
it was thriving though.
Tom.
That was when everybody watched cable.
Yeah, and Tom
See, that's
Williams
the
is the owner
thing.
of the station. And this is so interesting how this happened, actually. So I had a business in the mall. We had sold all the cell phone stores. And you know me, I couldn't retire. So,
Right.
so I started an Avon store, remember?
And that's where I walked up and we started talking.
Well, Tom came to me and Tom said, because Tom was one of my cell phone clients.
Right.
So Tom said, we're going to start a noontime show. And I said, I'm thinking, I didn't know who was going to do it. And so I said, oh, that's great. We need that here. I'm glad you're bringing that back. And I said, who's going to host it? And he said, you are.
Yeah.
And I laughed.
You've been hosting about a year already when I actually saw you at the Avon store, right? And we started talking. And I was recently divorced and all that good
And I
stuff.
wanted some time off some. Because my son, was a teenager and all
Right.
this kind of stuff. And so I was working the whole show. And so this when you came in. And then I said, well, I like it. So, but Brad has football games and stuff like that where I
Right.
don't feel so pressed, to be at the station all the time. And Tom was just so easy to work with. So I said, Tom, could we bring Cathy in? And so Tom was just like, yeah, he was,
And Terry, it was just a great crew.
Oh,
back
I
then.
loved it.
Yeah,
But I was
was.
going to tell you what, I used to dread remotes back in that day.
Yeah.
Because we had to have the camera guy, we had to have the lighting people, we had to have all these people.
She
go
dealt with
us.
that. I didn't deal with that.
She didn't do that.
I actually used to teach clinicals back then.
Yeah,
you
but this
remember?
is
I would
what
run
happened.
in and change clothes.
But so if you had a remote at 1 o'clock, you'd better get to the location at least by 10.
Right.
Just to make sure that, and I'm gonna tell you, the camera guys were awesome, but you know what? We used to feed them. That's why they were so good to us. And so, but this is because Tom Williams gives us all kinds of advice. And I said, Tom, the electronic people, the camera guys, and I said they seem a little quirky sometimes. He said that's their personality, that's their demeanor. And he said, you want to win them over? And I said, yeah. He said, bring them something to eat.
Right.
So
and you remember we always had donuts.
We always had
donuts.
Or we had a
you would-
sponsor.
Yes, but you would do the recipes, remember? And then we did that actually a couple years ago. When I helped you, I helped her do the edge for about,
Remember
6 months, I guess, or so. Oh, yes.
And you remember we
Biscuits
had a guy running for office, and he said, well, what do you want me to do? And I said, everybody thinks of you as Mr. Stuff. He was running for Alabama State.
Right.
And so I said, you got to be more approachable. And I said, because I know you, you're a nice guy, and I love you. And I said, let's make biscuits. And so he said, you sure? And I said, yeah. So he comes to my kitchen, and we started baking biscuits. And that's all he needed.
That is too
That's all he
funny.
needed. John Merrill, is Alabama secretary. And John still comes on the show. We love having him on the show as well. But so many things that we did because we got to add more to it. Because nowadays, you don't have to have the camera guy. You don't have to have the lighting. You don't have to have because it's all done on a laptop.
Well,
with a extended camera.
I have to tell you this, that the show that I did, June, July, and August with the TV station in Calhoun County, Todd actually sold it or leased it or something to another guy. And I said, I would wait. I'm sitting back waiting to see kind of what happens with this before I jump back in. So actually what I decided to do.
Get it in your blood. You can't get it out.
And Susan Shipman owns Oven Odyssey. She was co-hosting because we were promoting her business. So 30 minutes of the show was cooking. The other 30 minutes was guest. And I said, Susan, do you want to move forward or do you want to just, and we decided to just cancel it for the time being. And I hope the guy does a good job. I hope he brings it back up. But I'll tell you, Donna, do you know how hard it is to watch a show now? It was great that it was still filmed in the TV station, but now you've gone from 3 camera guys and the director upstairs, and me just producing, because producing is basically booking your guest and the ad lib on air time and all that, to one person. It was one guy. He did it all. He set up the cameras. I mean, it was amazing how.
Well, with technology.
Well, but it's kind of sad. It was like all those jobs were gone. But now, as far as it's my understanding, because I have a distant, I guess, family member. It's my son-in-law's sister. She worked for 3340. And because she came straight out of school and worked at this TV station in Georgia, and then she worked for 3340. And they still do the bigger stations, like that are from the larger networks, like ABC, CBS, NBC. They still have that big manpower. They still have a sales team, and they have the directors and all the camera guys and all that. That's still there. I think it's really hurt the smaller stations, all the technology, because now, I mean, look, we're doing your show.
And I'm loving it.
Car dealership is wonderful. We used to do it in your house. I mean, we couldn't. 20 years ago, that was no way. There was no way.
You just couldn't.
No, there was no way. You had to do everything in studio 20 years ago.
I was renting out a spot with a station, and then COVID hit, and I have asthma. So the lady on the station was hoping I would buy it. And I didn't want it. I mean, it was just too much. I just wanted to show, and that was it.
Yeah.
And so she said, well, I'm just going to shut it down because COVID is hit. And she said, you make me nervous because you have asthma, and I'm afraid you're going to wind up on the ventilator and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
She said, do this out of your house. And I said, I'm not disciplined enough. I've got to be in a studio.
Oh, yeah, but she's done wonderful.
But I'm going to tell you, it's easier
you've done
now.
wonderful.
I wouldn't go back.
Yeah,
I would not go back for nothing. And she told me, she said, Donna, people are doing that all the time.
Right.
She was telling me about this guy she knows. She said he just took everything out of his wife's closet. She had a big walk-in closet. The acoustics are great because you're inside a closet. And she said, he just put a green screen up. And she said, you can do the same thing. And I said, I can't. And then I tried it, and then I was like, I was hooked.
And then you know what's great about this? There's a guy that just walked in talking. This is like live TV, so it's fabulous because we didn't have that 20 years ago. And now, like, we're the car dealership, one of her sponsors, right?
Twin City,
and that's why you're hearing some background noise because they've got a customer, and so that's a woo-hoo. That's a good thing.
That's a good.
Yeah. We're not going to say anything. We're just going to let them chat.
No, you remember what Bobby did during COVID? Feeding all these folks.
I remember that.
So they started out in Fort Payne.
And there was a big church that you held too.
The Cowboy Church.
Cowboy Church. The big church. They did a lot of work.
And right down here, the Gaston Mall is one of our sponsors still.
Right.
And so, and I'm going to tell you, Kaylee Johnson is absolutely amazing. She got a job promotion because her mall, when we started advertising, her mall started really coming alive. And so she got a job promotion, and when I told her we're moving to South Carolina, she said, where to? And I said, close to Anderson, South Carolina. And she said, we have a mall in Anderson.
Wow. What
so
about
it just happened to be. So now
so she gave you that connection. That's great.
This one right there.
But
I'll tell you what Kaylee did. So you remember when the hurricane came through, and it hit Asheville and got up in North Carolina and all those areas. And so Kaylee called and she said, Donna, we've got a bunch of supplies, but we have no way of getting it to Asheville, North Carolina.
Right.
She said, do you think the Cowboy Church can help us? So I called Philip Gilman, who's with the Cowboy Church, and he said, yeah, we'll just get Wormy out of Henniger. Wormy pastors the Cowboy Church in Henniger. And so he got in touch with Wormy, and Wormy had connections with a big transfer truck.
Right.
So Wormy brings the transfer truck here to Gadsden, Alabama, and picks up all the supplies. It's just all about people helping each other.
Wow.
And that's what, and we can still do that, even though the show now is nationwide. We can still help folks out locally. So, and I'm loving it.
That's
so
great.
I get to be local and I get to be international.
But it's come so far though, Donna. Like I felt bad because we were like the station back in Calhoun County. It's still big cable, I think. Well, like my home is all smart TVs. So my husband said to me, he was like, So how do I even see the show? So we have to go here, you have to go to home, and then you have to go to type it in, and you have to get through so many obstacles. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard for people to watch something. And you have to know what show you want to watch on which platform.
And I'm going to tell you, and this is from dealing with customers forever and ever and ever. Yep. Customers need easy. Okay, you need to just hit this point to get to point B from A to B. Let's go into a commercial break. We always go back past it, but that's okay. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Everybody hang in there. Kathy and I'll be right back.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Good afternoon. We're back. Kathy and I are back.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge television show and radio show, where Truth Matters. We're so glad, it's so great to be with you again today, and so great to have Kathy with us. It's like the old days.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice little reunion. A little quick reunion.
We gotta do this more often.
And the holidays are coming.
I am so
So,
excited. You got your Christmas tree up yet?
No, I actually am going to put it up.
I feel
You know
feel it's on
me.
me.
I have that ritual every year. I've done it all my life. On Thanksgiving Day night, bring all the Christmas down.
Yeah, but I want to do it now.
I have to get it decorated Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that way, then I'm done. But you know, there's only like 3 Saturdays till Christmas this year.
I know, but the way the calendar is turned, because Thanksgiving is coming right up. So
Yeah, but it's like at the very end of the month, you know. It's like the 27th, 28th. So that's the reason why we only have like literally 3 Saturdays, and then it's Christmas.
well, I want to ask you a question.
Not many
because
weekends.
Now we have grown kids, okay?
Right.
Grandkids come in, that kind of thing. So
there is.
is getting ready for the holidays a little more strenuous or less strenuous now that the kids and grandkids are out?
I would say I make it less strenuous because I start shopping in January for my grandchildren. And now, you know, as your children get older, we've kind of slowly downsized the kids to where we just give them a little cash, a little cash envelope.
We just do a gift card. They like to eat out.
Yes, and then one present. I'm still old fashioned
I
though,
do that.
Donna. I gotta have that present. They gotta have a present too to open, and then all 5 of the kids get a stocking still. And they're going to do that. My husband probably thinks it's absolutely ridiculous because they're all grown, but all of us need that little kid in us. That's what keeps us happy. It's what keeps us young, So I start shopping for the grandchildren. Like, I'm done with the grandkids. I finished their Christmas a month ago. Now I'm working on those little one presents for everybody and the family too. I like to still give, my husband's family a little something for everybody and my sister. But you don't have to make it big, y'all. I mean, you can take a candle and put it with a box of chocolates in a nice, pretty gift bag.
Well, you know what we started doing, because the families start getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Growing.
So what we started doing, and I love this technique, so we just go to the Dollar Tree and we tell everybody, go to the Dollar Tree, get one gift. Just get something from the Dollar Tree, and we do the Dirty Santa. And it's where this gift keeps usually going around and around and around. And so we love doing that. And Dirty Santa is not a dirty thing. And Dirty Santa.
I do that with my ornament party.
What I'm talking
every
about.
year. I do an ornament party
So
with
what you do
Dirty
is you give
Santa.
everybody a number, and then they get to choose something, maybe an unopened, or they can choose one that's already open. And it's so fun to see what gift just goes around to everybody.
And somebody has to steal.
And you don't have to
because that's what makes it
a lot
fun.
of money for it. Just get something from the Dollar
No,
Tree.
it's good. It's good fun time. I do that every year. Years ago, I always had an ornament party every year, and I started it back 2 years ago. So, and it's just old friends. If you're in town, you'll have to come, but it is on a Saturday, so you may not be down this way, but it's on a Saturday, but it's good. I mean, it's so wonderful. Some of the people, Becky McWilliams and, Monica, some of my old friends of 35 years ago that actually mentored me as a nurse 35, 40 years ago. They've been nurses a long time. Of course, they've been out of nursing a long time too, but it's still good to keep in touch with, because those are true friends.
Yeah.
Some of my high school friends I invite to that, plus church friends, because friends are like family when you don't have a lot of family anymore. Basically, my sister is the only one left, except for my stepmom and my stepsister, because all my aunts and uncles are gone. And now her husband has passed away. So now me and her actually have grown closer because she doesn't have that, the significant other at home with her anymore. So it gives her something to do now, because now she's retired. So, but God, Thanksgiving's coming up, and I've seen all these deals. Have you seen these deals? Because the economy, is not the greatest right now, but hang tough. We're going to have to go through these hard times, I believe, to get our country back on track. I believe that's what's happening right now.
I'm really not noticing, because I've always been a penny pincher.
No, but if you have kids, like my daughters, they notice it in the grocery store.
But I wanted to mention this Toys for Tots. Okay,
right.
So if you're having a rough time right now, don't be ashamed of it, okay? Think of the kids first. So Toys for Tots, they're getting close to the cutoff date. So you need to get in contact with a local chapter of Toys for Tots, the Marines Toys for Tots Foundation. And there's one right here in this area. And LaRue Hardinger is actually the person we needed to speak with. They even help because there was one family that needed help that was actually past the time limit, had a house fire. And all of the Christmas. This is
awful.
About 5 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
And so there they go.
They stepped up. They stepped up and helped them.
And the kids all got something.
But there is so many things out there people that aren't aware of. Winn-Dixie in Golden Springs. Our Winn-Dixie's closing. The 1st of December, yes. Mark at Winn-Dixie, they're closing it. But now, luckily, another grocery store bought that out, even though most people shop at Publix right down the road, too. But local grocery stores do great things. And just, if this show airs, or it may air before or after, but if Winn-Dixie's still open in Golden Springs, you need to go there, because everything's BOGO. Well, not everything. So take that back. I don't want to say that there's something wrong. No. But there was, when I went through the store, there was a lot of buy one get one frees. All through the store. Great for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
They all do that. And
I got a ham.
Turkey.
I got a ham. I got two Smithfield hams. Because I like to cook them, right?
Yeah.
Just like my turkey. I've already bought my turkey. I've already got 2 hams, one for Christmas, one for Thanksgiving.
I know where I'm going.
Yes, I got 2 hams, y'all, under $50 for 2 Smithfield hams. They were on sale at Winn-Dixie.
You can do that. We got less than a minute left.
I sure have enjoyed this.
What do you want to tell everybody?
I'll come back and visit again. How's
that? You better.
How's that? Yeah.
I had to twist her arm to get her here this time. I didn't have to twist too hard.
No, I love my old friend.
Yeah,
she's
Cathy,
precious. We go a long time. Yep. We're the kind that you pick up where you left off.
We always do that. So we moved like how many months ago? And so now we're just picking right up again. We're gonna have to do this once a month, Cathy.
Yeah.
We're going to have to.
We miss you down here in Alabama.
Even if we have to do it online, we'll be able to do it. But thank you so much for watching. Continue sending email, by the way. Send an email to Donna at donnasedge.com. You are not bothering me one little bit. So if you'd like some tips, send me tips. I'll take them every single time. But I hope you have a wonderful holiday. You take care.
Because of your overwhelming support, our $14.88 MyPillow has been one of the biggest sales in MyPillow history. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you than to extend our wholesale pricing through Christmas. Get a classic standard MyPillow for only $14.88. Upgrade to a queen size, just $18.88. King size, only $1 more. Get my body pillows for only $29.88. And ready? Multi-use MyPillows, only $9.88. It's perfect time to stock up for Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our wholesale pricing, including my classic standard MyPillows, only $14.88. But that's not all. I'm so confident you're going to love our classic MyPillows that I'm going to extend my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2025. Plus, orders over $75 ship absolutely free.